The highly anticipated new update is here, which could potentially transform Starfield. There are some major new features that we've been asking for since the beginning that are finally here. But has it changed my opinion at all? Is Starfield finally worth your time? After hours of playing, this is my brutally honest view. And as you might know, on this channel, I give my honest opinions and don't just agree with other videos a meat ride so I don't get hate comments, as I prefer to give you my honest thoughts. So stick with me and let's dive into whether this game is finally worth your money and time. New surface maps. So before we yank Bethesda's cax down and start kissing arse, let's just be real and take a step back for a moment. This was the map we've been dealing with since release. This utter heap of dog shit. The game has practically not had a surface map since release, which is quite ridiculous if we're being truly honest. We've basically been walking around hundreds of planets blind as shit. But thankfully, this much needed change has been applied, and we have now a fully functioning map, so we know where the hell we're going. It's a small change that was needed yesterday, but I can't fault it. Although, because we've only just got this feature, I found myself getting confused and looking at the map trying to work out where the hell I am in relation to certain locations, as it felt really strange finally seeing a surface map. This is something I'll get used to though, and for new players, it's going to feel a lot more user-friendly. New gameplay options. Vendors are no longer broke with less money in their register than your local corner shop, which does help massively, as it no longer feels like you're wasting endless minutes of your time that you can't get back, resting on a bench for hours like some sort of bellend until a vendor gains a bit of cash. Now, the boss mans have increased credits to prevent pissing about, but the thing is, you do lose a bit of XP if you decide to up the vendor credits, which is a minor kick to the bollocks, but who gives a toss? I ain't going to be waiting on a bench for 10 hours just so I can sell a few lampshades to my local corner shop. Apart from that, you can also view the items in your ship anywhere, which is really handy, and there is also a new difficulty level which I refuse to try out when the AI literally hears a single lip smack you make about 100 miles away. Yeah, the stealth is seriously broken in this game. I don't need it harder, and it's apparent that increasing the difficulty clearly doesn't make these brain dead goblins any more intelligent, as this game has some of the worst AI I've ever seen. The only advantage to doing this would be the increased XP, or maybe some of you out there will appreciate more of a challenge when it comes to gunplay, or perhaps you just want to torture yourself. It's your call. But that's not all. When speaking to these gormless freaks in this game, you are no longer locked to this outdated Bethesda camera angle that's been used since the old Fallout days. This used to absolutely do my head in, looking at these freaks at this camera angle all the damn time. Now, you can actually watch the scenes play out from your normal camera, which does feel a bit clunky in small interiors, but it's a nice little touch and I really do appreciate it. Although, it's obviously not going to make these deformed creatures any more human-like, and please don't expect any improvement to the character models or their intelligence. Literally, a kick to shit doorstop has more intelligence than these utter twats. More ship customization. You can now customize your ship interior to make it feel more homely, which, to be fair, is a cool idea, and I do like this attention to detail. Not everyone is going to have a bulging rod on for it, but it's definitely a neat little feature. It's practically the same as decorating outposts, so if you don't give a dick about that, you probably won't care about this feature. Personally, I'll never say no to more customization, even if they aren't to everyone's taste. It just really helps with world building. 60 FPS. For those sorry bastards playing the PowerPoint 30 FPS Starfield on Xbox Series X, your game is about to be changed forever. Finally, 60 FPS at 120Hz is now possible with a range of different options. Unfortunately, I cannot confirm how stable it currently runs, as I do play on PC, but from what I've seen, it seems to be running smoothly, with a range of different graphic options to get the most out of your console, whilst retaining a higher FPS than 30, which will always be a big win. This truly is a game changer, and is something we've wanted since the beginning. For a lot of you out there, this will be a massive reason to pick up this game. Yes, Starfield won't look that much better visually, but going from 30 FPS to 60 is a much needed change. New Game Plus changes. So there's going to be no spoilers here, so do not worry. All I will say, once you finish the game, you can now change your appearance and traits again before you enter the New Game Plus, which is really useful and does give the game more replayability. Although, as I've said before in other videos, the story is lackluster.
Powers in Starfield go from rank 1 to rank 10 and become very powerful, but there's a huge problem with this. To rank up a power, a player must go into New Game Plus and collect the power again. Meaning to get all 24 powers to rank 10, you would need to follow the same process, doing the same temple missions over and over again 240 times.
So most players will be twatting this off before wanting to replay the damn game again, but for those who did enjoy the story, this will be a feature that you will appreciate, unless you've already started a New Game Plus and missed out on changing your character, which is a bit of a bummer. So here we go. Is Starfield worth playing now? This update was made out to be a game changer, and in some regards, that is correct. The 60 FPS capability on Xbox Series X is a big win, and the surface maps is a feature we should have got from day one. That does make exploring far easier. In regards to whether Starfield is finally worth playing, the honest answer is still no. But there are some big changes planned for the future which I'm really curious about, and you might be thinking, what the hell is that? Mainly the land vehicles, which will be added in a future update.
So the team is working on our first land vehicle, so you can drive around on planets.
This is where opinions could potentially change, depending on how well this is implemented. But as for now, this game has still not progressed enough from the base product for it to be worth playing, as the main glaring issues are still present and make the experience tedious and painful at times. To be fair, it's going in the right direction, and I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on whether this game has changed enough for you since release. I would love to know. And let's see what the future holds for Starfield. It could be another Cyberpunk where it does actually end up becoming a really polished game. And if you would like to find out why the Fallout 4 next gen update really isn't as good as some people are making it out to be, make sure to click the card on screen to check out my video, which is brutally honest and does discuss some of the massive flaws with this update, which a lot of other videos have seemed to have missed. Thank you guys for watching as always, and have a great rest of your day.